Okay, traders, I'm going to run through last week's VIP results. Now, these are the trades that I take on my account that are transferred to Telegram, and this is specifically for the trade copy. So you can automatically copy these to your MT4 using TS Copier, or it's cheaper to go with my account management. So I set it all up. You don't have to do anything. Okay, so we'll run through. We had a positive week, came out ahead. Not a huge win, but a win nevertheless. And, we're faced with some pretty serious volatility. All right, so I was looking for the downtrend to continue, and then we got hit with a reversal out of nowhere. I ended up closing this one slightly in profit. Why? Well, this was starting to trend up here, and we had this higher low, so I wasn't comfortable with it in the end. Aussie dollar, so I'm just going to run alphabetically from the top down. This one again, I was looking for this continuation, bearish continuation, and this is the reversal we had out of nowhere, and I ended up closing this one, starting to trend up. I generally prefer to trade day to day or session to session, and if it doesn't perform, I'll close it, and I usually open a basket of trades. I'll end up closing the basket of trades at the same time, especially if we opened in one session at the beginning, and we're heading into, say, the London Open, for example, and nothing much has happened, but we're ahead. I'll end up closing the basket of trades. Euro pound. Yeah, look at this volatility. Look at the manipulation, guys. This is what we're up against. So this one was a nice one. We were long. I pulled the stop loss to break even, and of course it got touched. Actually, I pulled it to break even very quickly. Okay, so we had this move here. While it was here, I pulled it to break even. I just didn't want to take the risk on this one. Again, it's starting to trend up nicely. We go long. This is a breakout trade. And I guess I was just hoping for the momentum to continue here without taking me out. And I'm always half expecting this at any time. Okay, Euro Yen. Yeah, that was our trade, and it was quite a nice, and I closed that one early. This was a Thursday the 7th, closed it probably into the New York Open or something like that. But we had a nice outcome with that one. Pound CAD. This was taken earlier in the week. Yeah, again, just running with the trend here. It's a downtrend, looking for continuation. And then, of course, it just reversed on us. All right, the pound Swiss. This one I closed early. I really wanted to see this find a bit of momentum. It didn't. And then we had, this higher high here. Really didn't encourage me. And then when it traded back down into this level here, I ended up closing it. Yeah, good call. Look at the volatility. It's not an easy gig at the best of times. But if you can come out ahead in a week in this current environment, you're doing well. Pound QE. This one again, into the end of the week, I took that one on the breakout and then ended up closing it into the New York session. It didn't really do much. And that was the end of it. That was this morning. I closed that. Pound dollar. This one was opened, trend continuation, got a little bit out of it, and I ended up closing it here, most likely into a session open, and then it just ranged sideways from there. New Zealand Swissy. Yeah, this one was closed early. It's a real juggling act, guys, seriously, at the moment, because we've got some really aggressive reversals that occur, and this had a nice pullback, so I'm looking for the continuation. But when it kind of stalls like this, came back up into my entry, I decided to knock it on the head, most likely going into, what time was that? Let's just throw on the sessions and have a look. Oh yeah, this one then I closed it going into the Asian session here. This was opened after London, traded down into New York and back up into Asia. And you never know when it's going to reverse on you. This one here was opened, we gained a little bit of ground with it, and then I moved the stop loss to break even, hoping that we'd see continuation. And of course, look, see how it reversed. Yeah, it's a very challenging environment, but I was very happy to come out ahead. I've been working on developing a strategy and the indicators that we're using to handle the volatility. This has been a really slow and steady process, but the volatility is brutal. Okay, the volatility really kicked in after the Bank of Japan increased their rates by 25 basis points. And then we had the US elections, and then Trump took office. Since he's been in office, guys, the markets have been really chaotic. It's seriously been a challenge. but we're on top of it. We've got an edge. We're coming out in front. I'm sending these into. Let me just show you this before we've got a couple more. Then we've got gold. I'm sending these into my Discord. We'll go down here. Now, there's a couple of things going on in Discord. These Forex trades are automatically sent to Telegram. So this is for auto trade copy. And I'm posting these screenshots in real time in here so you can see what's going on. And you can trade manually and follow this if you like. Now, the other thing that I'm doing is we've got this here as well. This are not necessarily trades that I'm taking, but they're ideas that look like they could stack up. We've got a strategy. See, I'm showing everybody, okay, this is traded into a 1 hour order block. It's overextended. We've got the overextended thing here. And our general rule of thumb is to look for a Fibonacci retrace back into equilibrium and go for an entry on the pullback. So this is part of the mentorship. You get these ideas. All right, they're all posted in here. Pretty much the same. See how I'm showing everybody where the order block is. We've hit the order block. We've got this signal here saying that we could see a pullback. And, the guys that are trading manually are really benefiting from this. And the other thing they're getting is the daily mentorship videos. And I run through, look, the recap and Asia Session Market Watch. We look at how to find opportunities. The order blocks, that's all explained here. Okay, these are daily mentorship videos going in. So I think it's incredible value. We've also got crypto trades that you can take automatically on your exchange. They go into another Telegram account. So, I mean, look, there's 14 days. It's free, and you can jump on board, try the indicators, or just set your account to automatically copy my trades, and enjoy a passive income. And then we got gold. That's the last one. Yeah, and on here I've just got a summary of the outcome. We'll come back to that. But gold, this one here, this was overextended, and I was looking for a short, thinking that we might pull back. It didn't pull back, so I ended up closing that slightly neg, opened up another one long, which balanced that out. Yep, so that one's slightly negative. This one here went long. Okay, so that cancelled that out to neutral. So that was break even, those two. And then I'm looking for continuation here. Went long. This was breaking out above this high, and I thought, okay, we're on our way. But ended up closing it along here. I'm not sure if it was this one or this one, but closed it at break even. Oh no, this was yesterday. That's right. I ended up deciding to knock it on the head because I wasn't sure whether this was, going to do that. And as it was, I mean, you can see it. It was a non-event. So I closed at break even. That's right. I sent a message into VIP about it. Decided to close it, and we kept the. Let's have a look. Go back into trades. I've decided to step away from gold and focus on there's pound Kiwi, and I hung on to the pound Kiwi until early this morning when the New York session was. Let's come back to this because we've got that screenshot to show you. Pound Kiwi. Oh yeah, that was the one I opened, and decided to close it towards the end of the New York session. I mean, it's Friday, you don't want to hang on to that over the weekend. And we'd gained, so, we'd benefited from that slight profit. So just to sum up, we'll come back here. I've got not a big profit, but we came out ahead nonetheless. Okay, so that's, now if we can be consistent with every week coming out ahead, some will be better than others, but that builds accounts, and it's the power of compounding growth that really does the trick. So that's my aim, is to have a profitable week every week. And look, this last week, the strategy that I've been working with the volatility has really evolved, and it's just getting better and better. In a nutshell, we're keeping a really close eye on, for example, this is bullish, but you're not going to get involved up in here because there's a very good chance that pulls back. I mean, it may or may not. It could just hold here and continue. Then we just let it go. But, I'm really wanting to see the pullback, and then it starts to, show some signs of, see how this green is crossing red? Or like in a downtrend, for example, see how green is crossing down red? The momentum, we're going to run with it. And this tells us that we've got to be mindful that there's a potential pullback. See, so we're using the indicators And this is really coming together in the last week. So again, like, there's a balance area here. Don't short there. We've got that. Look for the pullback and go for that. Okay. Then there's your trade. So same thing in the opposite direction. It's trending up, possible pullback, go short, go long, right? These will tell you when to expect a pullback. Okay, you can see it. Okay, so we're using the tools that we've got, and as I said, it's only really a last week where it just feels like it's really starting to come together for me. To the battle against this aggressive moves in the opposite direction out of nowhere. So we have the edge. Okay, guys, look, that's a wrap for last week, and yeah, join us. Take up the free 14 days. Okay, AnthonyFX.com, the 14-day trial here, a bit of a video, and you get incredible value, guys. Seriously, I mean, we've got an edge. It's working. Look what you gain access to. And after the 14 days, just shut me lunch once a month. I'm happy to share this. That's all I'm asking at the moment. Okay, if you click that, that's instant access. If you go to PayPal, expect to wait 24 hours or so. Yep. All right, so that's a wrap for last week. With that, I hope you have a great day, and see you in the next one.